Oh, yeah. Come on, girl. Oh, yeah. Oh. We're OneRepublic, and you are watching our exclusive, most requested live Ask Anything Chat. Here we go. New single's called Rescue Me. Thanks to Romeo and iHeart Radio for having us on tonight. Means the world. Here are the questions. Kaylee from Nottingham, UK. What age were you that you remember standing out as a major turning point in your life? Well, for me personally, that was probably 14. And that's because I had a theater class, and after the first day of acting and doing, hi Drew. After the first day of acting and doing improv, my teacher pulled me aside, and I was 14, first day of freshman year, high school. And for whatever reason, she saw something different in me, and she pulled me aside and said, hey, she waited until everybody left and said, hey, I think if you really want to do acting, if you really want to go into it, I think I can get you a scholarship. I really think you should stick with it. And have you considered musicals? And that changed the rest of my life. Fred from Sacramento, California. Briefs or boxers? Boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs.
Fred, get with Fred. The program.
Both.
What the hell year do you live in?
No, Fred's civil, right?
All right, Mirsab from Dubai, which we are going to shortly. Will the next album be a compilation of the already released singles or completely new songs or a combination of both? Also, please come to Dubai, even if it's for a small show. I love you, Mirsab. We're coming to Dubai for two shows. Not going to tell you when, but both of them are within the next, 6 months. Maybe turn that off. Maybe there's a ringer. I don't know. Somebody's ringing. We are coming to Dubai. To answer your question, the next album, is that the president again? Is that? So the next album will be one or two of the singles that we've been releasing combined with a bunch of new material. Albums are different now. You have to be careful how you release them. Kaitlin. No, you can't. You can't release them too soon. Kaitlin from Kokomo, Indiana. Rock that glockenspiel, Drew.
Yeah. Hey, nobody rocks that glockenspiel like you do. Glock that rockenspiel.
Rock out with your Glock out, right? Yeah. Isn't that the phrase? Yeah. Gabrielle from the Philippines. I said Gabrielle because I'm assuming you're Spanish. Yeah. But if you're just
Gabriel.
Super Christian, it might be Gabriel, as in the angel Gabriel. Either way, Gabriel. Is Brian Willett now officially a member of the band? It'll be great if so. He filled out, 2 months ago, he filled out the official OneRepublic member application, and he's technically being processed. I haven't told you this yet. He's technically being processed, and he has to go through a series of due diligence, and we actually do an FBI background check, NSA, CIA. There's a lot of things that we don't know about him, stuff that we have always kind of assumed but never really questioned, and those things need to get looked into, and they're getting looked into.
But are we pulling for him?
We're pulling for him.
Absolutely.
That said, we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Doris from Hemingway, South Carolina. What's the best thing about being an artist? What's the worst? The best thing about being an artist, correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, don't correct me. Just let me say what I'm going to say. The best thing about being an artist is the moment that you go decide that you're going to be an artist and you go down that road, you're aging. The aging process slows down tremendously for recording artists unless you do a lot of drugs, in which case it speeds up rapidly. We've met those people, and that was mostly the 90s and the 80s, the 70s. Fortunately, our generation of artists, it became increasingly uncool to take part in drugs and alcohol in our era. So aging kind of slows down. I would say my favorite part about that is that you do get a hall pass to kind of stay 25 forever. It kind of feels that that's more or less where everything stopped for me and for us. That was kind of when we really started as a band. So like my mid-20s, I've kind of hit pause, and like mentally, if your brain affects your body. So I feel like we age more gracefully than, let's say, an investment banker. I don't know. The downside is you travel way too much. And if you have family and kids, that's hard. And if you lack the necessary self-control, you get into bad habits. And I don't even want to go there. I don't want to paint that picture for you because I hope that you become a recording artist one day and you are sitting on a Murphy bed in Orlando, Florida. So Parker from Branford, Connecticut. Who was your idol?
Billy.
Yeah. That was quick.
Billy.
Idol. No, Billy Idol. Not, yeah. Wow. Musically or actual idolatry? What's the question? Musically, Freddie Mercury for me as a lead singer and performer would be that's the penultimate lead frontman of any band, musically, vocally, pretty much everything. That's my idol, and we could go on forever about other idols, bands that we love, from Oasis to U2 to Mott the Hoople. I don't know, but thank you for that question. Parker from, did I miss? Regina. Regina, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, from Seattle, Washington. Whose idea was it for Ryan, I feel like this might be interesting, to dance in the Wanted music video, and how long did it take to learn the choreography? It was my idea, and I had exactly one rehearsal. That's all true. And part of the choreography I made up, kind of when I did it. So you're welcome, Regina. I encourage you to pursue choreography or music. Jennifer from San Diego, California. I'm getting married soon. Do you think any of your songs... Good job. Do you think any of your songs would be good for our first dance together? Feel free to make suggestions. Yes. All This Time. It's a song from our second album, Waking Up. It is effectively a marriage song. It is, in all likelihood, the song that Ed Sheeran listened to right before he wrote Thinking Out Loud. I don't know that. I don't even think they're similar. But in my mind, that is 100% what likely happened. Sally from York, PA, York, Pennsylvania. A lot of Pennsylvania in these questions.
Yes.
Love Pennsylvania, by the way. Love it. Will we be getting any more music from you this year, or is this it until 2020? What are we in, October? I think you'll be getting new music from us this year. Yes. Yes. Sally? I'm going to give you a soft yes. Penny from Charlotte, North Carolina. If you could be James Bond, who would be your Bond girl? Do I get a wife hall pass on this question? I think I do. I think we do. I think we do on this one. All right. So obviously you know I love James Bond.
I know that you love Pussy Galore.
She was quite the Bond girl. She was amazing.
I forgot that was the name of a Bond girl.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's a.
How many more are left?
Who would be my Bond girl? All right. There's actually a couple. Okay, I'm gonna name two. There was a girl. I wish I knew the Bond movie. I think she's like Peruvian or Bolivian, and it was 3 or 4 Bonds ago. I'm going to tell you, since you asked the question.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm looking it up.
I mean, young Yasmin Bleeth. Anybody disagree with that one?
Was she a Bond girl?
No, it doesn't have to be a current Bond girl.
If you could be a James Bond, who would be your Bond girl? Doesn't she mean of existing Bond girls?
I don't know.
Your choice for Bond person.
Yeah. What Bond girl would?
Well,
would
no,
you wanna
that's
be with,
like saying
basically?
what girl in what actress
be your
you
Bond?
think
Skip
is.
that question.
Maybe, I don't know. Could
Let's
be like a
skip
Bond
that.
girl.
Yeah. Just move.
I mean,
Girl.
no, I think that. Well, I'm a massive James Bond fan, so I feel like I have to actually honor this. Oh, here we go. Recently, I would say Bond girl in the most recent movies. I would say, here we go, 2000.
You still on that question?
I'm still on it.
What are you doing?
You know what? I don't know her name. I honestly don't know her name, so I'm sorry. But I think it's probably either Ava Green or it's either Ava Green.
Should we all start? Oh, yeah.
No. Or it's Halle Berry. How about that? There you go. Ava Green or Halle Berry. Both of those would be my Bond girl. That took way too long. Edit that. Sue from Rhode Island. Are you still the same Ryan you were 5 years ago?
Better. He's better.
Better.
Straight up. Like a fine wine.
I've improved.
Better with age.
I've improved, Rhode Island.
Okier.
I'm healthier.
Okier.
I'm healthier. Slightly taller. Yeah. Kim from Orlando, Florida. When a tour is over, where do your clothes and shoes go? A lot of the clothes get thrown away. To be honest, they are destroyed. The shoes too. By the end of a tour, if I've worn, like, I might throw away half of what I've worn on a tour because I wear the same thing. I have multiple outfits, like 5 or 6 that I rotate, but you might get 2 of them survive by the end of the tour. They're just like beat. Kelly from Seattle, Washington. What was the last thing you bought online? I bought a Kaws doll. Kaws, the companion doll, K-A-W-S. The new thing released from last week is a little character carrying another character because I like those characters a lot. And that's the last thing I buy. I don't buy a lot of stuff online. As popular as that is, I don't buy a lot of stuff online. Jenny from Miami, Florida. What do you look forward to as you grow older? Perspective. I think that's the most valuable thing you get as you get older. Perspective. Like keep everything locked up. Grace from Buffalo, New York. Where did you work before you started doing music? I worked, the last real job that I had technically was I was a PA on television commercials and music videos in Los Angeles. That was the last paid job I had before full-time music. Drew, what about you?
I did the same thing. The last real job I had, I think, was I worked at Starbucks.
Eddie? Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Buddy.
There you go. And Zach was a waiter at an Italian restaurant, and Brent
had the best one.
Brent repaired, right?
Radar guns.
Radar
for
guns.
The California Highway
For the
Patrol.
California. He repaired, radar guns for California.
Like, easily the coolest day job of any of us.
Pretty cool. Nicole from Philly. With Halloween coming up, favorite candy?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Reese's Pieces and Charleston Chews that are in the freezer.
Zach says
Either.
peanut butter cups.
Zach says peanut butter cups. Jenny from Carbondale, Illinois. Favorite flavor of ice cream for me, vanilla bean gelato. If it's pure like Madagascar or Tahitian vanilla bean, I'm a fanatic. If you could, would you create your own custom flavor? Absolutely, I would create my own custom flavor of ice cream. I probably will. And it will probably be like Oreo ice cream or cookies and cream with vanilla bean, because no one's done that. People do cookies and cream, people do vanilla bean. I want vanilla bean, like the ultimate vanilla with the ultimate cookies and cream. I feel like that would go off like freaking gangster, like I don't even know. That'd go off like penicillin in the 30s.
Would it be like a totally different Oreo? Would you make the Oreo from scratch?
Double stuff. I don't know. No, I'd use store-bought Oreo.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably have to license it.
Nice.
Did we miss one? I feel like we missed one.
There is.
No? Okay, here we go. Thanks again to Romeo and the most requested live listeners for your Ask Anything questions tonight. We will see you out on the road real soon.